West Texas was developed by strong families whose legacies form the culture we enjoy as West Texans.
I'm honoring my parents, Dan and Betty Glass, but specifically my father, Dan Glass, for his contributions in ranching, land management, historical preservation.
Dan Glass was a man who wore many hats and wore them well.
In 2007, he was awarded a plaque in Sterling County for his 40 years of service. He was the town historian, fire marshal, he's a land surveyor, civil engineer, which means he did a lot of the sewer systems, water plants, water towers in the area. And as a land surveyor, he knows some people's ranches by heart. He could tell you where their markers are and whose property line is where. He was honored in 2007 for Sterling County Citizen of the Year. He also helped in publishing the county historical book called Milling Around Sterling County. And one of his other hobbies was actually photography. So quite a few photographs that are in the book were some that he either collected or actually took himself. He did so much, but he was always there for us, and he also helped with Boy Scouts and very selfless. I would say that's probably the main thing I would say about my dad was he was very selfless and hardworking. The neat thing about my dad is he grew up in a ranching family, but he decided to go to college, and he actually attended San Angelo College before going on to Texas. It was Texas Technical College then, in Texas Tech, and that's where he received his civil engineering degree. And he decided to come back to Sterling County. He could have probably gone anywhere, but he wanted to come back to his hometown.
Kate says there is one word that can be attributed to her dad.
I would definitely say perseverance, because in everything that he experienced throughout his life, he was raised an only child on the ranch, and sometimes he would even say that was somewhat of a disadvantage, but you would have never known that. He was so warm and kind around people, and even though he was mainly on the ranch, so he didn't have a lot of interaction with other people, and yet later in life, everything he was involved with was with other people and to help and be a part of the community.
Dan's grandfather got the ball rolling for the Glass family in the ranching business.
His grandfather, J.L. Glass, actually settled in Sterling County in 1889. He was able to purchase 640 acres in Sterling County, and that's how the Glass Ranch was started. So we've had a ranch, continuously working ranch, for over 125 years in the same county.
Kate did have thoughts about the future of ranching in this area.
A lot of the ranching industry, the important things remaining the same. Water conservation, soil conservation, brush control. I think that's one neat thing about ranching is some things always stay the same. And if you take care of the land, it will be there. I think the main change is the existence with renewable energy, but still always maintaining the land. I think that's the priority one. The neat thing about a ranch is when you go out to the ranch, especially if the original homestead is there, the house, the pens, the barns, and you're there, there's always stories. And because those stories are there, you feel like you knew the people that were part of your family that passed before. My dad always made me feel like I knew my grandfather because he had so many stories. And so I think that's another important thing about the ranch. There's always those ties.
Thank you to the Dan Glass family for their contributions to our West Texas heritage.